Sunday. I have a fun video for you today because I have a new piece that I am adding to my denim collection. You all know, for those who are new to the channel, welcome. Maybe this is your first time watching my channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to thumbs up this video on your way out. But I am doing a 2024 denim collection, and so every month I am adding to that collection, and I am sharing, of course, what I made on the channel. But first, if you missed the previous video, should have been my sew along for this dress Lady Dane is wearing, Butterick 6333, which was the subscriber pick for the month of April, and it is a sew along, so it's a full sew along video, so go check that out if you missed it. And also don't forget to head on over to my community tab right now, because the vote is up for the 3 patterns for the month of May that you can select from. So go over there and vote after you watch this video. So before I get into this super duper easy sew, and I'm going to share with you the mistake I made, and I realized that I think after the fact, or yeah, it was after the fact, but let's jump into what's kicking off this week. So as you can tell by the title, Love Notions sale, their mid-year sale is kicking off on Monday, which is tomorrow. That is April 29th, and it ends on Friday, May 3rd. So for those who don't know, I am a brand ambassador for Love Notions patterns. So I do have a code. I'll put it here on the screen, and I will leave it down in the description box as well. You can use code SND2 for an additional 10% off, an additional 10% off your purchase. So make sure you use that. If you decide to use my affiliate link as well as my code, I will leave both down in the description box. But let's get into the sale. So the sale is their spring sale, so it's 40% off all of the patterns and the courses, 40% off. It does not include what I am sharing with you today because it was just recently released on sale. So it is the Crescendo jeans, and so that's the only exception. The Crescendos are not part of the 40% off sale. You would have grabbed that when it was on sale, when it first released. I think that was a couple weeks ago now. So yeah, it does not include that, but I highly suggest, today you're seeing this on the Sunday, the 28th. Go ahead, after you watch this video, go ahead and jump out to the Love Notions website and start making your wish list for different patterns that you think you might want. Also, I will have pop up at the end of this video, I have an entire playlist of all of the Love Notions patterns I have made and reviewed. So if you want to hear my opinion on different patterns and different things of that nature, head on over to my playlist. Again, that will pop up at the end of this video. I'll make sure it also pops up in the iCard. But yes, all patterns and courses are on sale during this 40% off side white sale. And so, but again, it does not include what I will review today, the Crescendo jeans. Now, also keep in mind, Love Notions is also running something very special over on their socials. So if you follow Love Notions, make sure you do head over to their YouTube channel. I want to make sure I got this right. They are doing a bundle giveaway every day, each day on their YouTube channel, which is so exciting. You probably already saw on their socials where they were talking about it. So make sure also they wanted to make sure that we let you know, stay away from any scammers, because obviously they're going to have giveaway in their title, right? So that brings out all of the bots and the scammers who want to pretend that they are Love Notions or somebody from Love Notions. Don't fall for any of the scams or anything like that. I'm sure they'll emphasize that on their channel as well. But yeah, don't interact with those messages or those comments. And of course, you can always report them if you see any of that out there. So make sure that you go ahead on and just head over to Love Notions website. Again, I'll leave my affiliate link, and my code is SND2, so you can check that out. So you will notice, if you do go over to my Love Notions playlist of different patterns that I have made, you will notice that I did make this This is the Harmony blouse. Now the Harmony blouse is a really nice pattern. I made, the first one I made was as is with the flutter sleeves, and then I did one with leopard print with the shorter sleeves, but I shortened that one because I noticed off the first one that I made, and I made them all at the same time, and I knew that, you know, one, I wanted to have a certain length, but the last two, which is the animal print, and this one, this is in Ankara, and I also did the closures different on all of these as well. So this one has the long ties I did in the back. Absolutely love it. So that is what you'll see in the pictures with my crescendos, as well as, because I wore the crescendos back to back, I wore them again with the Love Notions ballad blouse that has the ruching up here. So super cute, and I was able to layer them with my jean jacket as well. So yeah, I absolutely love the way that I can style these, the crescendos. So on purpose, if you all remember when these dropped, I wanted to make these for you guys in advance, right, and test them and everything, but it was so busy during the testing period that I didn't have time to do any testing. And then when I ordered my fabric to make them, I had every intention on making the full leg jeans. So the crescendos have 4 different styles. So you have the flare, you have the straight, and then you have the skinny as well. I should say flare, boot cut, straight, and skinny. It does have a back yoke for shaping. The sizing goes up from a 0 to 32. I highly recommend also on Love Notions channel, they do talk about, they do answer some different questions on picking your size for this, but also read the pattern. I highly suggest reading the pattern. It is not hard to understand and interpret how to pick your size. And so for me, I did something when this pattern launched. I said, because the pattern calls for 25% stretch. If you all remember, I said, because I know if you have 20% denim stretch, that's fine. Go up a size or 2, right? That's what I said, depending, you know, if you don't have quite that 25% stretch. I said that. So yeah, I made a mistake with my own, but I can wear them. They're wearable. They are wearable, but I will share with you what I did. Let me go over the sizing and then what I picked out and kind of how what, you know, how it turned out. I'll pop up a quick video on that. So moving on to sizing, it tells you that after about the fit, so that is on page 5 of the pattern. So if you want to know what's the anticipated fit of the crescendos after you make them, make sure you start on page 5. It tells you that the waist has 0 ease after the elastic is added. The full hip has 1/2 inch to 1 inch of negative ease. The thigh has a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of negative ease, and then your knee has a 2.5 to 4 inch in ease. So those are the different things that you want to take in consideration when you take your measurements. And going off the body measurement chart as well as the finished garment measurement chart, so you can determine, okay, this is how much ease is going to be in the finished garment measurement. This is how it's anticipated to fit. So my fullest hip is 52 inches, my thigh is 29.5 inches, and my knee is 18. So based on that, I should have gone with, and again, you always want to go with so say you fall in between a size. I fell in between the 24 and the 26. So I went with the 26. And then with the thigh then being at a 30, and I'm sorry, a 32.5 and a knee of 19. So even though it was, those areas were, you know, planned to be a little bit bigger, I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. Again, if you're using not enough stretch in your denim, go up a size. So I looked at that and said, oh, I'll go with the size 26 because the full hip is sitting at 53.5. And even though mine is 52, I want to go with the larger size, you know, because that's what I feel more comfortable with doing. Now, a couple things that they point out is if keep in mind. So keep this in mind for my girlies out there where you have a very large hip to waist ratio. Like I just told you my waist is a 39, but the hip is 52. So since these are pull on, and they say it right here on page 7, since this is a pull on style for those with a greater hip to waist ratio, your pear shapes, you need to keep in mind the chosen size going by the full hip may mean your waist will be larger than what you need, and the result of your waistband is that it will look more gathered. What does that mean? So when you have your waistband on, this is exactly what it means. You will have more of a gathered look. Now, I'm not sure if you paid attention to any of the testers or any reviews or anything about it, but yeah, if you have that much of a difference, your waist band will be more gathered than flat. Does that make sense? So you're gonna see that gathering in there. So that's one thing I want to make sure that you know. If you find that you need a full bust adjustment, here's where I messed up. I messed up in 2 areas. So we're gonna put that right out there right now. When you look at your side profile, they tell you, you know, let me just show it to you. So you'll need the full butt adjustment if you're more like this, or, you know, maybe not. Then they have the, what is it called? Flat seat or standard, but then you will use this. So you guys, I don't have the apple booty and I'm not flat, but I'm wide. And I do have a little bit of a curve back there. So I'm kind of that in between. But I knew based on that, you would need to use the piece that's for the full butt. And so it shows you the lines on the pattern piece where to cut for that. And so, and then it talks about the inseam and everything. I didn't read anything about the inseam or go over that, only because I've made the Largo cargos, and I know if I were to make the jeans, I'm pretty sure I will be fine with the length. You know, that wouldn't be an issue, but because I was modifying these into shorts, that really wasn't a concern for me. More for concern for me for length of these shorts is where it was hitting around my knee. I knew I didn't want it an inch or 2 above my knee, but I wanted, you know, slightly around that area, maybe ½ inch, maybe an inch. It depends on how the final fit was. So not a lot of pattern pieces at all. So good. So you just have your front, your back pockets, your waistband, the belt loops, the pocket bag, the pocket lining, and the 2 yokes. You do have the fly template because, again, it's a faux fly. You're not putting in the real zipper or anything, which is awesome. You have the template where you can draw that on and stitch in those areas. And then there is an elastic chart, which I've said this many times. Most of the time when there's elastic charts and patterns, I don't tend to use them. I use it as a guide to see how snug it was supposed to come back in the waist after I cut my elastic. And I still took 2 inches off. So I ended up using 37 inches for the length of my elastic. So if I'm 39, obviously that's bringing that in a little bit more, right? So not a lot of pattern pieces. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pattern pieces. I did cut out the belt loops and realized after the fact that, oh, what is the point of me doing, unless I wanted to wear a belt through belt loops, if that was my intention, there was no need for me to put belt loops on this because I knew I was going to have this how it was going to go in like this. And so I was like, I'm fine with that. No need for me to even worry about the belt loops. So when it came to top stitching, for anybody who follows me, you know I am not a fan of using top stitching thread. I top stitch, but I'm usually not a top stitching thread person. It will have to be a specific project or something, a look that I'm going for if I want to use top stitching. Well, guess who did use top stitching thread instead of just using the regular thread for stitching. And my top stitching, look who did some top stitching. And I will admit, it's not the best. It really isn't. And I don't know. So I played with the needle. I played with the tension. Well, I take that back. I didn't switch out the needle because I kept playing with the tension and I thought I had got it. Not to, because it was, you know how it starts tightening in certain spots when you're doing top stitching. And so I thought, because I had presumably fixed the problem when I was playing with the tension at the top, I should have turned out switch needles, denim needles, because I had used that needle on several different projects. And when I put it in, I was like, maybe I should switch this needle. I think I've used it one too many times already, and I didn't. So that could have been the end issue. But there are certain areas, not a ton, but there are certain areas where it was closer, the stitching, you know, kind of tightened up in certain spaces. But that's okay. If you that close, you deserve to see it. How about that? But anyway, so I did do the top stitching in the back, down in the front, and I also did, because you're supposed to do the inseam as well, so I did it in there. I did not do it for the hem. And so by that time, it started really acting up, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be fussing with this hem. So I just used my regular thread for that. And I serged, of course, everywhere else in there. This fabric, I did not say, came from LA Finch Fabrics. I will leave a link. I feel like this was part of their remnant sale, so I'm not sure if they still have this particular, because I do like it. It's almost like this wax stretch denim. I don't know if you can tell. It's like this wax stretch denim. And absolutely love this color. And I have plenty left because I ordered like 3 yards, and here I've only used like 1.5 yards. I didn't, you know, that's about how much I use, and it's wide, so which is really nice. And so so yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the top stitching. Initially I did have the pockets on. Let me drop in here a quick clip of me talking about the fit with the pockets. Okay, so here are the Crescendos. They're done, and a couple things. I do like the fit, but I think I should have gone up to a 28 because my stretch in my denim is only 20%, and so I think I could have gone up a size, even though I did use a smaller size waistband because my waist is smaller. As you can tell, once it pulls up, it doesn't necessarily have all of the gathering, how it looks gathered when it's not on. And so yeah, the other thing is, and these will just be my wearable muslin. I hope you can see the pockets are way down here, and I don't like the way that looks. And the yoke, I think, is a little low. I feel like this section, let me see if I can pull this up. This section is like, it should be up higher. And I'll have to look and see if that's the yoke I should adjust, or this crotch seam. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm getting ready to unpick these pockets because they are just too low. Hopefully you can see that they are way too low, way too low. And so I'm going to take the pockets off of these, and that'll be fine. But when I do wear it anyway, this is how I'm going to wear it, with any top like this that's over like this. So these are going to get a lot of wear just because they're comfortable. They are comfortable, I will say that. I haven't hemmed them. I'm getting ready to put a hem, just a baby hem in them, because I only want them slightly above my knee, not too high, for this pair. And so yeah, other than that, I do like the pocket. The pocket goes in all the way, so when you put that top stitching, that template on, when you stitch, it divides, it makes the pocket. Otherwise your hands would meet in the middle. But I do like that. These are super easy and quick to put together, aside from all that top stitching. But if you don't, you know, use top stitching thread, I'll say that using top stitching thread is what takes a little bit more time. Top stitching, not necessarily if you're using the same thread for the whole pants, you're fine. But yeah, that's how they fit. I do this again how I would wear it anyway. So super cute. This is how it looks from the back. But I'm getting ready to take these pockets off because I just don't like the way that looks. They are too low. Too low, too low. For me, they need to be a good 3 inches higher. And yeah. All right. That is the final fit. So yeah. You all can let me know what you think. I had, you know, shot Myra a message too, and I was like, I just think these pockets are too low, and the yoke was low, and she agreed. She said she thought that the pockets looked too low and the yoke was low. And I was thinking, I was like, now why isn't this fitting me across my big butt? Even though I use the full seat, I always have to still lengthen that crotch in the back and go out to nothing into the side seams. You guys, I've shared that so many times on my channel, right? The jeans that I made, the past 2 pair of jeans that I made, I believe I even did it with my Largo Cargo where I still had to lengthen this. And I think I might have mistakenly said lengthen the yoke piece. No, you don't want to lengthen the yoke piece. You want to lengthen the actual back piece, that crotch area, because it's like 2 inches. I want to say it's just too low back there. I would say I would even go 2.5 inches. I'll have to remeasure, but yeah, I didn't do the thing I always say to do and that I've shown on here that I've done in order to make sure the back, that rise, you know, goes up far enough. But yeah, not to lengthen the yoke piece, but just that back piece. So what I end up doing, as you can tell, I took the pockets off. I end up taking the pockets off because that just did not even close to look right. And then you see that top that I have on is the top I wore the following day. This one I'm wearing on the day that I'm recording this, out for lunch with some friends. And then the other one was with the Sewing Fashionistas meetup. But anyway, so yeah. I do absolutely love these, and I want another pair. The other thing I did not do, besides not lengthening the crotch, back crotch, extending it even more, is I did not go up a size. You guys, even though, thank God, these are stretch. Thank God they are stretch. But I didn't go up a size. I should have went up to a size 28, just because they're a little more snug by maybe a 1/2 inch than I would like. And I think I should have gone up a size. I should have gone up a whole size. I should have gone up to the 28. And so, but that's all right. That is all right. And as you can tell, here is how it looks when they're not on me. But when they're on me, I don't know if you can tell, they filled out. I mean, and so yeah, I should have gone up a size. I should have gone up a size. But that's okay. That is completely okay. These will get worn a lot because when I decided I was going to make the denim, these into shorts, I was like, yeah, I'm going to end up wearing these a lot. And I've already worn them twice. So yeah, and I'll pop a picture and video and everything of how, you know, I wore them, styled them, and out and about and everything. But I absolutely love these. So I know they're not part of the sale, but you can get an additional 10% off if you would like to still purchase these and you missed them before. You can get an additional 10% off because they are not going to go on sale again this year for sure. And so I would say if you want them, throw them in your cart. Everything else you get will be 40% off. These will not, but you can still get the additional 10% off by using my code SND2. And so yeah, these are going, this video is going into my denim collection playlist, which I can also have pop up at the end of this video. I'll have pop up at the end my Love Notions playlist plus my denim collection playlist, and I'll have the video for this. Lady Dane's wearing the Butterick 6333, the sew along in the event you're interested. You can skip ahead. There are timestamps in that video if you just want to know the review on this. This is a really good pattern, a really good pattern. I have some plans for this pattern actually as well. So that is it, everybody. That is all that I have today. Again, tomorrow, April 29th through Friday, May 3rd is the 40% off Love Notions pattern sale. Receive an additional 10% off by using my code SND2. But yeah, that is it, everybody. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments, anything down in the description box down below. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed rest of your week, and I'll have a denim on denim look for you on Wednesday, which I'm excited about. All right, everybody, have a blessed one. Bye.